YouTube, welcome back to my channel. I'm Ken. What's up, man? Listen, it's been a minute since we did a video on this channel. This is the Polo Ralph Lauren lifestyle, and if you have not followed the Facebook group, man, do it. We are up to 141,000 members as of me recording this. So we are going to get very consistent on this channel as I've gotten back into the fresh season of creating content on my main channel all about TKK. That's more tech, lifestyle centric. Here, all we do is really Polo Ralph Lauren content, right? So I've decided what I want to start doing with you guys on this channel is just freestyling some content, talking about certain pieces, grail pieces, discussional things. You know, we kind of talked about that with like the channel openers. We got 2 videos out shot. This is going to be number 3. And I want to keep it real sweet, straight to the point, right? So we've got this native head jacket. We actually got 2 of them, 3 of them in this room to be specific, but the 2 behind me. And I decided that today would be a pretty good video to talk about the comparisons. What I've really noticed is that there is not a really in-depth, comprehensive guideline to a lot of pieces out there. And I don't own every single piece in the lore of Ralph Lauren. I don't. But as I continue to make the connections that I have established within the community, within the culture, I'm starting to learn a lot more, because things that I may not have, friends of mine may have, associates, new acquaintances might have, right? And ultimately, you know, I own 3 of these jackets. I want to give you a little bit of story of it, but I think it'd be pretty dope to give you a in-depth review about the differences and the comparisons with them, right? Gave you a little bit of a taste on the Polo group. Like I said, man, it's really important if you join that, because it's not about me, it's about the community, the culture. But guys, we're gonna get this going right in the next transition. All right, let's get right to the meat and potatoes, man. Here's the back of this thing. That's where the magic really happens, and I will show you the front. Love this jacket, this design here, very beautiful. I don't think you'll get any argument from anyone that this is definitely an iconic design and a nice piece to have, man. You know, some people like myself have multiple pieces, and they may have their own reasoning for having multiple pieces. I know a real big issue with this particular item is that a lot of people don't understand the differences between it, because it is, from what I've researched, catered or created as like a unisex piece, right? Designed for both genders. The exact year of origin, I'm not sure. I don't know. And I'm always a student to this. I've been wearing Ralph Lauren for a long time myself. 93, 94 is when I got introduced, and 96 is when I started buying my own garments. This, I believe, came out in 1992. I could be wrong. I don't know for sure, but the best research I could do dates to that, right? So there's 2 gender designs to this, and we will go over a comparison, but I just want to give you a brief overview as I zoom in and out on this. Nice denim material. The cool thing about it is, just like all denim, you know, each piece, each jacket, when I say piece, is going to look different. They're not all going to look the same. So I'm going to just turn this around on a mannequin. And here's a good shot at the front of this, right? Very clean aesthetic. I love it. It's clean. You know, nothing too crazy, not really distressed over time, you know, because it's so old. When you see one, you find one. In most cases, you're going to find this used. If you find one mint, man, I would say, dang, like with tags, that would be pretty incredible. But it's not by design a distressed piece. You've got the one open button pocket, with one open pocket on the left breast, met with a you know, side pocket too. Right breast is going to have a closed off button pocket. That's pretty cool there. And then you also have a side pocket there too. And this is where you'll see some of the differences when we'll do the comparison in the next few transitions. We'll talk about the male and the female piece. Nice details to this also. It has a corduroy top. It's actually 2-tone. So if you flip the collar up, you don't see the corduroy, it's just denim. Flip it down, you do got that light tan aesthetic like this. Buttons all the way down, you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 buttons there. Very clean, very clean. This is a large. The thing about this piece, similar to a lot of other pieces in this time frame, it fits very unique. And I will try it on, both the female and the male, after we do the comparisons. Very Danny DeVito-like. Yeah, but it's a nice, interesting piece. You do also on the arm have some buttons, right? Something there where you can either wear it open, or you can kind of fold it depending on what you want. But once I put it on, you'll see, man, it's such a short piece. You have to get this thing in the right size, the right aesthetic, the right gender for whatever look you might be going for. Because even though this is the female, you may be looking for the more vivid aesthetic, and that's totally fine. But I'll roll over to the next transition and just show you the male, what it looks like starting from the back. All right, we're gonna roll right into the men's version of this piece. Just taking a quick glance at the back, what you'll know immediately is that it's not as vivid at all versus the female. The actual design is literally the same, a one-to-one. It's just organically a faded design, so it's just not vivid at all. There's some other subtle differences, and again, I keep saying I'll show you guys in a second. This piece around here, it's a lighter thread material, kind of like a yellowish, tannish, if you will. And this is kind of where the tag is. That color doesn't exist on the males, on the male version of this. Your arm length is going to be longer too, and you'll see that once I do try this piece on. You'll see that it's a little bit longer, and the cut around the waist is almost the same, where so the female is still a little bit gonna be a little bit, you know, more loose or a little bit more tighter. So yeah, definitely a difference. Now, I thought to make this content in the group, and you know, the reasoning behind it was really for me to just raise a little bit of awareness. And here, I'll roll back and just get you a shot there where you can kind of see I actually got all three of them, but the female is definitely going to be more vivid. So, you know, I had a friend that said he bought a couple of these, ended up with 4 of them until he got the right size. And whether he went with the female or the male, I really don't know. I didn't confirm that, but this is what will happen. You'll buy one of these because you like it so much. You maybe see it. It might be on your roadmap as a collector's piece. You'll get it and it's like, dang, it doesn't fit me the right way. So now you're going to be either put in a position where you feel like you got to lose hella weight, or it just has to sit down. And it's not really what you want. You know, you buy something like this vintage piece from the 90s, literally, and you want to wear it, especially if you get in a good condition. Denim typically holds up very well. And all the 3 that I have are pretty much in phenomenal condition. But let me get you a real side-by-side so we can talk about all the comparison differences. All right, so put you in a space where you can definitely see. Got a much more natural, brighter light in here where you can see, man, it's a night and day difference, which is pretty cool, man, because, you know, I got this piece on the right for my wife and then another one for my son. And so I look forward to the day when me and my old lady we can walk through and we can wear these together. So everything is just very vivid on this one. The blue pops really well, the green, it looks really attractive from that perspective, but I also like how this just has more of a faded, rugged look to it. And then as I was talking about with the stitching, let's see if we can get in on that a little bit, right? You have pretty much no color within the stitching there versus on the female. Yeah, it's pretty noticeable there. Some other subtle differences, and I tested before I started recording. The collar on the corduroy is going to be darker on the collar on the female, and it's going to be lighter on the male. Yeah, so again, arm length is going to be longer too. Keeping in mind, these are both large in size, right? Now, for all I know, this could be the female and this could be the male, because there's no information. And that's part of what I wanted to start doing on this channel, was just trying to document stuff to create some content so that there could be something out there, you know, just from my own experiences, right? If nobody else is going to do it, I'm going to do it. But yeah, definitely going with this as being a male and this is the female. Okay. Let me flip these things around real quick. All right, so flip them around. Another big change that you will see, or difference, the pocket, the placement on his pocket, this side pocket from the breast pretty much lines up in the middle on both of these. It's most definitely more on the right for these. All right, so that's much further over. Now, I've seen other male versions, because I have 2 females and they're exactly the same. I've seen other male versions on the internet, and I've been able to validate that from detailed photos. So the pocket's definitely going to be a telltale sign. This one it lines up like almost right to the middle, and so does this one too. So these are going to be closer to the edges, and I think that makes a lot of sense. based on the fact that because it has longer arms, the man is probably, you know, gonna go with the wider for the pockets versus the lady going in a little bit more, having those shorter arms. So those are really going to be your big differences. Your collar color, right? And this isn't like a discoloration thing. Like the collar is legitimately lighter on the female than it is on the male. Your pocket placement, and then that back graphic is 100% going to be a telltale to the differences. I think what I want to do is just try to do a fit test for you guys, just to show you on camera what these pieces look like, and we'll wrap this thing up. All right, so this is the female jacket. Got this thing on. Now, these jackets are designed trucker style, so to be around the waist. The female does rise just a little bit, but it's not much. It's not really here where you're seeing the differences, right? This, again, is a large size. I'm about 5'10", 5'11", about 160 pounds, somewhere around there, right? Wingspan's not too good with this. This is how I know this doesn't fit me. As soon as I start reaching forward, doing any type of activity like that, this is being pulled up, okay? This really became a debate, not a debate, but interest for me to make this content, because I bought my wife a specific jacket that's for females. It's like a sailor jacket, and a lot of guys are trying to get that. But again, this is the female version. Very much so vivid. It's a beautiful design on the back. The wingspan is just very weak. You're gonna see the same thing with this one. This is also what I have on the mannequin. So next transition, I'm gonna put on the male's jacket. Female off. This is the male jacket. So again, designed to be like this. Buttons are fine, everything there, but we actually have ample movement for me to wear this like I'm supposed to wear this. Again, back looks more distressed, more faded. I personally like it. Also like the female, but it's nice just to understand those differences. This is a vintage piece, so not something everybody's going to be going for, but not a lot of information readily available for that. And again, this is kind of like why I wanted to make this channel, just for these type of small, who needs to know facts and things of that sort. Like I said, this is a nice piece, might be on your collector's roadmap. And if it is, you definitely want to buy it the right way. Now, very rare it's very rare to find like a male in XL. The guy that sold me this actually had an XL, but he's taller than me, so that makes sense. That's a tough piece to find. But if you're around like 5'10", 5'11", maybe 6, more of a slender build like myself, the large fits really well. Like I got a lot of room to be able to reach out and do what I need to do. Whereas to the female at this point was like up here. So just some food for thought. Now we're gonna end this thing. All right, man, so we're gonna bring some conclusions to this. We did put timestamps in the video for bullet points, talking points. We're gonna aim for a video per week, and as we continue to grow, we will increase the output. We're gonna be doing pickups, some fact finding, community meets, interviews. Man, there's gonna be a lot going with this. I've got a huge idea as to how I want this thing to look, and it's just gonna take some time to build it. So for any support, appreciate it. Any likes, any comments, any shares. I really want to get this channel out the mud. I want to do it in a way where, you know, I'm not really funneling it through like my old channel, my other main channel and other sources. I really want it to grow organically, right? That's my idea. So I'm not really focused on like sub counts and all of that stuff. I'm just focused on the quality content, because I know it's going to grow eventually. And when it grows, I want there to be a foundation for people to be able to say, I've seen this thing go where it needs to be. So if you got any suggestions, some questions, any feedback on the piece that was featured, I can't say what piece we're going to feature next, but it's always going to be new pieces, new drops. Like I said, all kind of content, all centered around Polo Ralph Lauren. So I do appreciate your grace for checking this video out and tuning in and watching with me. And I'm going to catch you on the next one. Peace, God bless, and as I always say, max love.